Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 2.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Charles, let's get a look here at their 2022 draft class. You notice no picks until the 3rd round, so they missed on some of those top names early, but they still seem very happy with this group as well as who was acquired by trading those early picks away.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? We've yet to meet the team that doesn't say that they were really fired up by their draft no matter what. And we also know the teams love to say, we're watching the highlight reels of the guy we acquired, and the pick they dealt is on the clock.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
Look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week one, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in week one. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in week two. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. 54. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. I'm here all day.
Watson now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job.
Play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
The slot man in motion right. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Good move at the 30. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So here are the Jets now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. So he had a chance to get them on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Watson off play action. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
From the gun, here's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Chubb again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. But the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Myles Garrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cook up the gut. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Back to throw. Watson.
That is caught left side by Bryant.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a 1st down catch on that previous play.
the middle. It's Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead.
So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We begin up in the Steel City.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Moore, the man in motion. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Slot man moves right. Watson on first down.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Out of the gun, Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 104 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. This is Ford. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, they turn to Ford. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Handoff comes to Chubb. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the middle with Cook. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They run again with Hunt, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. John Franklin Myers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the ground, it's Ford. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again on second down, Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Browns on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Rodgers again now. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On second down, Cook. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On first down, Rodgers. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Chubb will get the call running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In motion left goes a tight end.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now it's Watson. And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
To throw is Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On play action, now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing now is Rodgers. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
We all know he's one of the the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Yeah, he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Cleveland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town.